You're listening to the DBM production empire, packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dbmpe.com.
Groovy.
You're listening to a brand new podcast of DVM production empire called Stupids Talking Stupid. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to.
This week, a millennial gets her Yelp review, Facebook overreacts, Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey, Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, or is it just a case of mistaken identity? Hey, news DJ, I'll drop that news beat.
First up, we have the story of the 25-year-old Yelp customer service person that decided to make a blog complaining how she doesn't make enough money at an entry-level job to live in the most expensive area in the country, perhaps.
Which is San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Super expensive.
And she writes an open letter to the CEO, just on a website. Just it got picked up by a website, got picked up by another.
Imagine that. A tech savvy person found a tech savvy way to complain about their job, and then their tech savvy boss saw it.
And sure enough, not even a day later, she's fired.
Okay, now was she fired because of that? I mean, that's a good enough reason. That's a good enough reason to fire someone, I think. I mean, you go online and you blast, I'm your boss, you go online and you blast me about it. I get that. But was she bad at her job? Was customer service, right?
Service.
What would her Yelp review be? Would it be like 2 stars, 1 star?
I'd say, I'd probably have to say 2 stars, just from the general attitude that comes across in her writing. She went to school. Yeah, she got. I believe she was an English major.
Great.
She wants to use her degree so she can be a writer.
Right.
Writing for people, just however it happens.
But nobody's willing to publish her novel yet.
It was English literature, not just English. I don't know if you majored.
Is English lit?
English lit.
Even better. That's best. That's definitely worth more than $8.15 an hour.
To work in media. So she got her foot in the door by being customer service at Yelp.
And was she immediately paid $150,000 a year?
She wasn't.
What?
I know.
But she paid her dues.
Yes, she had to pay more than one due.
Oh, God, she applied. That there is equal to 20 to 25 years of experience.
Yeah, I mean, that right there would probably put me in a year of therapy. I had to apply.
I had to ask them for this job.
They didn't just give me stuff.
And then they got mad when I openly criticized them.
Oh, I'm so sorry you went through that.
Basically, she was making the equivalent of $8.15 an hour after taxes.
Yeah, she looked at her paycheck and did the math on it.
And cried.
Now, mind you, part of the fact that she's making after-tax $8 an hour is because she has amazing health care.
Really?
So,
right.
A nice-sized portion of her paychecks is going to health care.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what plan she has. I don't know if she could have a lesser plan. I don't know if it's like something that just is included within Yelp. I've never worked for them. I can't speak to the behind the scene.
I guess my question is, I mean, living in the most expensive place in the world, San Francisco,
right.
It's the most expensive city. I mean, having to work for literally $8.15 an hour is difficult. I mean, what does her roommates think about this?
Oh, well, here's the fun story.
They're as appalled as she is. And then
No, you're jumping ahead of yourself.
She ate her roommate's sandwich, and it was clearly labeled.
Both of those things are imaginary in this scenario.
What?
Because she lives on her own.
Oh, imagine that.
And all she has at home is a big old bag of rice.
Oh, no. You know what Ethiopians would kill for a big old bag of rice?
You know, that she bought. It wasn't given to her. She bought it, so you got rice money.
Well, what are
They throw that shit at weddings.
That's true. That's wasteful. And pigeons explode. That's true. But what do the people at her other job think? I mean, did she ever mention to like her other boss and be like, "Hey, I need a raise. Yelp sucks."
You see, as it turns out, only has one job, just the one.
What?
Right, the one job, living alone in San Francisco, making entry-level wages. And she complains that she doesn't have enough money.
I want to know. I know it doesn't say in any of these things that we read about it. I'd say like what kind of apartment she's living in.
The fact that it's in San Francisco,
right there,
immediately
it's
all you have to know.
Probably not a studio.
A studio apartment for $500 that you can get, in the suburbs outside of Chicago. It would probably be over $2,000 there.
Wow, so she should probably move.
Yeah.
She's probably going to have to because she lost that $8.15 an hour.
I got a lot of friends on Facebook that, they live out in the area, and they talk about how ridiculously expensive rent is in that area. And I can't even fathom trying to pay double, if not triple, my rent with just the one job I have.
Yeah, and not to get on the aspect of too political or whatever, but even the fact is the matter is, after taxes, so what did you think she's making? She's making, anywhere from 15 to 20 an hour?
I don't know if it's even that high.
If you're taking it and you take home $8.15, it has to be, because taxes plus her insurance.
You think it takes out half of her check?
I think it takes out close. I mean,
I'd be willing to say she probably makes 12, 13.
12, 13?
Something around that area.
Well, that's not going to fly in San Francisco. Well, I think it's it's such a weird thing. And so, just that whole aspect, and guys, we're not trying to, like I said, we're never going to try to get political on this show, because that's not what it's about. It's just about stupidity and people being stupid. That's not necessarily the story. The story is being surprised when you go online and torch your boss, and be surprised when he fires your ass.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because she felt like this was her only option. She couldn't possibly get another job. She couldn't possibly get a roommate. She couldn't possibly try to take on more responsibility at work to get a promotion. She said that she was told she would have to work in that entry-level position for an entire year.
Oh my God!
I know. Before you could.
What is this? The workhouses of Dickensie in London?
I swear.
But I'm ready to. What do you mean? I gotta work a year in this entry level position. What do you mean?
I mean, you got to put in work to see if you're a good employee.
I'm good enough to be CEO now.
Ooh, someone's got that job.
Well, someone shouldn't have it. I should have it. I've been here. I've put days into this job. Days.
Well, when you put it that way.
Do I have the job?
No.
Damn it. Ridiculous.
That would essentially be the conversation if she were to go and just start demanding any kind of special treatment. Like, you're coming into an entry-level position. Entry-level means you come in, this is the, hi, welcome to this job, welcome to the shithouse. You're starting at the bottom and you got to move your way up. If you already have experience,
right,
and anything else, you can actually start at a higher rung on the ladder.
Oh,
but
God.
She's fresh out of college. All she has is a English lit degree. And she gets a job at Yelp. Something tells me they're not going to make her CFO.
No, probably not. At least not for another month.
Yeah, she's got a whole.
I hate being on Yelp's side about anything because I hate Yelp.
Oh, I hate Yelp.
I hate Yelp. Only reason
they are the worst,
and they're just the worst. They're the worst.
I mean, I could see why she'd be pissed off. Like, hey, you make a lot of money. Why can't your employees make a lot of money? I mean, you probably do make a good amount of money, but it's just everything else. And apparently, she's posting stuff on her Instagram of like all this like of expensive stuff. Her Instagram has since gone private.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Because as it turns out, she wasn't the only one to write an open letter on the internet.
No, someone else can.
Someone who was 4 years older than her, a 29-year-old woman, also with an English degree, wrote a response letter to her. And
was it positive of her issues?
Oh, and just super supportive, like, wow, you go, sister.
You go, sister friend.
It was the exact opposite.
Oh no! Who could have predicted that?
She
only everybody
into her.
Yeah.
She said, "You are being stupid. How dare you? I wanted to use my degree, but you know what? I couldn't. So I started as a waitress, working the terrible shifts on the weekends just to help get by. And then I worked my way up to the good shifts. And then I worked my way up to the great shifts. And then I worked my way up to a better restaurant with the good shifts. And then I kept moving up in there until I was making enough money that I was like, oh, you know, I can start living a little. I can do some fun things." Started enjoying herself a little more.
Or you could start taking a shitty job in the field you want and be able to...
And then she got into the field she wanted to, and she's making the money she wants to.
And how did that took like 3 days, right?
But a few more.
Okay, so if that's going to be a long time, what's the point?
Like 1,000 more.
1,000 more days? That's like a lot more days.
I know, it's so many
Who
days.
has time for that? I have a Netflix queue.
Well,
it's just
you know
full.
what? She's got time now.
Apparently, she's got plenty of time. However, since then, she's probably had to give up her Netflix.
But just this ridiculous self-involvement of there's people that work with me that have the same job as me. They're setting up GoFundMes for help. I'm like, why is the first instinct nowadays
To beg for money.
To beg for money. Just, hey, I know you guys are going about your day, but if you can give me like $25, I want to be able to pay rent this month.
Yeah, I'm like at my job.
Yeah, sorry. I left my give a shit money at home.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I'm busy working for my money so I can pay my rent, so I don't have to resort to thinking that setting up a GoFundMe for someone else to pay my rent is a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Oh my god, it's the go-to idea now. Everything's a fundraiser.
I think people are just overreacting.
They are overreacting. If only there was a way to symbolize it.
Facebook this past week rolled out brand new reactions. It wasn't enough. Just what everybody wanted. No, it wasn't a way to block my mom. No. It was the brand new reactions so we could let other people know how we feel about the things that they just posted. It just seems to me that if we got a brand new reactions bar, yet cancer is still not cured.
I know, it's like they just skipped it in line.
Yeah, they're going to circle around back to it, guys. Don't worry yet. What do we got? How can we react newly? Because before it was positive.
Before it was just, there was a like with a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
You know, and I remember the things, you see people clamoring for, where's the love button? Oh, I like this post so much, I love it.
How can I like this post more than once? You can click it, and then click it again, and then click it again.
But now, all you have to do is hover over the like button, and the second option is a heart for love.
Oh my god, and it's even worse now, because it's not so much that somebody liked your stuff, they've reacted to your stuff, and you're supposed to care.
Yeah, there's the liking of things, which is, hey, I like it, that's fine. But now it's how did this affect you on a personal level?
Right.
Well, I loved this.
Oh my god, I ha-ha'd this.
This picture of you from 4 years ago at a beach.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Oh my god, look at that puppy. He's so hungry.
Ha ha.
No. You're wrong.
No, you can laugh at a hungry dog. I've seen it.
You're supposed to use the sad tear one.
No.
Or that makes me angry.
Because when you're hungry, you can't stop him. He's like, you'll mow over children, just eat his food.
No. And that's what's going to happen now. Because you guys have done this now, I'm going to have to inappropriately use these.
Yeah, because, okay, so just a quick sum up. We have a like, we have a love, which is a heart, we have a ha-ha, which is a person closing their eyes laughing. Which is how I look when I laugh. I look exactly like that when I laugh. Excuse me. The embodiment of rolling on the floor, laughing my ass. The raffle mail in action.
Rafflecopter.
We also have a yay, which is a smiley person showing you the bottom of their chin. because they're tilting their head back. They're smiling so much they can't look at you. They have to start looking away like,
oh my god, I can't even look at how great this is.
We have a wow face, which is just a blow-up doll face. So, do with that what you will. We have a sad face.
Single tear.
There's a thug tear.
Which is how I cry.
So you know that this reaction has killed someone in prison.
That's right.
And then finally we have the red-headed but still yellow-faced, angry one.
Why is it a ginger?
I don't know.
That's weird. I just figured it out.
I mean, if you're going to be angry, you have to have red hair.
Red hair. And all I want is a thumbs down.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
It would have been simple. Now,
I want a thumbs down someone's newborn baby.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to go,
why does
boo, decrease surplus population.
Why does every baby have to be, yay? Sometimes you could have a baby come along and go, that's not a good baby. Boo.
But I don't do it. It forces me to be more creative, so I have to use the, yay, something else to suck up resources. I have to be more sarcastic. And I could just be negative.
You could.
That's all I really want, just to be negative.
Is that so much to ask?
It's right.
All this positivity.
All this positivity is going around.
But no, the reason that they chose these emoticons or these reactions is because Facebook decided to focus on what the users were using the most to share emotions. So, like, of every emotion that people
where'd the anger come from then?
The anger. Some people don't like things.
Political posts.
Exactly, political posts and parents that find their kids on Facebook that are judging you, or you are just upset that they're saying comments on there and you're angry about it. But Facebook decided that these are the ones that will reach the most users because it is the most representative of the user group.
Not my reactions.
I mean, they looked at the most...
Hashtag not my reactions.
They looked at the most frequently used stickers, emoji, and one-word comments and found a few common emotional threads. Now, here's the problem. If they want to use most frequently used stickers, whatever, I don't do it. Emojis, whatever, I don't do it. Except for the poop emoji, big fan.
Yeah, I love the poop emoji.
And the one-word comments. Now, here's the issue. Because I am not...
An adult,
we could say.
Because I'm kind of a teenager.
I'm a dick sometimes on Facebook because I just get so bored of things. It's like I gotta throw in some spice and some jazz one time, So I hit him with
He's literally wearing a top hat and holding a cane right now.
Oh man,
it's so weird.
My jazz hands were on point though.
They were.
One of my favorite reactions is when like a couple is doing the whole, oh my god, it's been 6 months since we've been together, it's been so magical, and there's a collage. I can't help it. My go-to reaction is just gay. I can't help it. And then
homosexual seal is my favorite meme.
Oh, his
the one with the top hat and the top hat and the monocle and the mustache when it says homosexual. It's my favorite.
And they also got it onto Community. Senior Chang dropped it once as well. And so it's like, apparently it's being more widely used.
Right.
But there are still some people who think that using it as a way of as an adjective is a hateful thing. And it's not.
It's not.
In this particular way, it's not.
In this case, it could mean happy.
Yeah. Is people professing their love for each other? That's prejudice of you to think it was hateful.
Yeah. Jerk. And that's just not what it's about.
It's not what it's about.
Moving on. Oh, God, there's no segue for this. I've been sitting here listening to you go on about the gay seal, trying to figure out a segue. I was thinking...
Speaking of gay seals, how about that Ted Cruz?
Oh, my God.
Alleged...
People think that he's a Zodiac killer.
I think we need to back up for a second. Okay. So starting off, we have a lot of unsolved things as a country, whether it be crimes, disappearances, Things in general where it's unexplained. This is kind of where the X-Files was supposed to, take care of it.
Right, and they did it.
This is all the unsolved things. And then the show, Unsolved Mysteries. They solved a few mysteries, but there's still some that are out there. So, for instance, Zodiac Killer.
Oh, no one knows who this guy is.
But we're going to go
But there's a poll. Super public policy polling. Okay, weird Twitter. You can have the very last question on the poll. Ted Cruz entitled, "This is the Zodiac speaking." Basically, where is it? It comes down to... where is it? I lost it. I had it. So I'm trying to find the percentage. It's like 38%. Where is it? Come on.
29.
Is it 29? I lost it.
It was you.
I totally... Yeah, it's just... it's just such a ridiculous,
a large enough percentage.
A large enough percentage of Florida believes that Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, which I could totally buy. One of the guys writes, "Here's what I know, nothing. Here's what I want to know, everything." Basically, a certain amount of people in Florida has basically said they are not sure if he's the Zodiac Killer, although they would not be shocked.
Which is
hysterical for Florida.
A glowing review for Ted Cruz.
Right?
We're not going to get into his politics, but the fact that people are genuinely mistaking him for possibly the Zodiac Killer, we have to bring him up.
Yeah.
I mean, the mistaking an identity is the topic, but I mean, there's so many people, and there was a new story that it got legs this last week, but we're starting off with a Ted Cruz, because it's one of those things where you can by dodging around libel, you can present things as questions. It's a lot of stuff that news will do. Is like, can these household items kill you?
Found it. Here it is. According to results, 38% of Floridians think that there are definitely grounds for thinking Cruz is the infamous killer who's never been caught or identified, and whose crimes featured center stage in a Hollywood film starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. Meanwhile, 10% of the poll respondents said that the Texas-based politician is without a doubt the serial murderer. 10%.
10%.
10% of these people are
Does it say how many people were polled?
I believe it's over 1,000 people.
Okay, so it's
polling 1,012 registered voters.
Okay, so I mean it's going to be kind of skewed.
But the best part is another 28% of those polls said they couldn't be sure.
That's the beauty of it.
No, emphatic no.
We can't be sure, but. You could say that about anyone.
But 62% are like, yeah, no, he's not.
You could say that about anyone. Who's to say that, Ted Danson isn't the Zodiac Killer?
Oh, my God.
I think it's a Ted thing.
It might be a Ted thing.
This is what TED Talks is about. It's the Zodiac.
Oh, my God.
Admitting himself.
And clean energy.
But
yeah, but this goes with the bigger version. And like I said, there's a whole lot of mistaken identity. Is whether or not Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey.
Okay.
Even though Katy Perry is 6 years older.
Don't worry, they explained it.
How did they explain it?
You know what? I don't even want to say they explained it. I just want to say that they think they explained it.
Okay, how did they think they explained it?
But okay, you're jumping into a later talking point. I want to start from the beginning.
Okay, go for it.
I a week ago knew nothing of this, and my life was better for it. But now I heard about it.
Trending on Facebook.
It was trending on Facebook that this was a real thing that people genuinely cared about.
Yeah.
Enough so that it was trending on Facebook. Something that hundreds of millions of people around the world use. But let's talk about this. Alright? So I watched a video. I read an article. I watched another video. I spent a good hour last night diving into
That's a dark rabbit hole, dude. That's
I came out of it and I was like...
I watch TV. Because I couldn't...
I couldn't believe it. So, there's this one guy...
David Johnson. Who gets his music from creepymusic.com.
Oh my god. The ominous tones... I think, from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I think that it's ominous tones. Like, it's the creepiest music, and his way of proving... You can't see it.
You can't see, he's air quoting.
Throwing some air quotes at you. Heavy air quote shade. He's merging these two photos of Katy Perry's dad with John Bonet's dad. And if you've ever seen something merge, like if two snails were traveling towards each other and they were on the opposite ends of the driveway,
right?
That's how long it took for these pictures to merge in this video. The video could have been 2 minutes long. It is at least 5 times that. So he's merging, like he's
also from what I saw, he's also alleging that her parents.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
are
Katy Perry's
the same
parents,
people as well.
So when they're doing Katy Perry's dad and John Bonet's dad as the merging that takes an hour and a half to develop, he kind of screens the two pictures over each other, and then once the eyes start to line up, they completely fade one picture. Or not completely. I'd probably say instead of being each picture 50-50, one stays in the foreground, and the other one kind of fades to like 10%. So it's like, look, they match exactly.
And I swear to God, they do that for you to go, yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
5 minutes later, oh my God. Oh my God, this is true.
When I started watching, I'm like, this guy's fucking stupid. By the end of it, I was like, this guy's fucking stupid and he's okay at Photoshop.
Right. That's about it.
So it matches up the dad, because the dad, he shaved his head and now he's a different person. The mom, she lost a ton of weight and now she's a different person. And they kept on referring to Katy Perry as the Katy Perry character. Not as Katy Perry.
Is this the same guy that does the Beyonce video?
I'm not sure about the Beyonce video.
Okay, maybe we'll do Beyonce next week.
We're doing more Mistaken Identities next week?
This isn't that she's mistaken identity, is that she channels a demonic character.
Ooh.
Spoiler.
That's a teaser for next week.
That's a teaser for next week.
We're not even at the end of the episode yet.
No, we're not.
Because I'm just diving in.
Oh, God.
So, other than the overlay of pictures, with speech bubbles that he put in there that says, liar, fake, so like, oh
my God, I think they're lying, and I think that's a fake.
While they're doing this merging of the pictures, they're playing audio of John Benet Ramsey singing "God Bless America."
Ugh,
so it's the
creepy,
so fucking creepy.
Yeah, I was like,
and then when they're not playing her singing, it's just the creepy tones. So imagine a creepy tone for 4 minutes, and then these two pictures start to slowly merge with her singing. I thought one of these videos was going to be one of those scare videos.
Yeah,
like they made a 15-minute video just for 14.
Never gonna give you up.
Oh, I would have been okay with the scare. I would have been pissed if it was a Rickroll. Just because it's so lame. But I was watching it and I'm like, when's the scary face coming? When's it gonna pop up?
Oh no, you believe things.
Oh, you aren't fucking with me. Something is fucking with you. So John Benet Ramsey there's footage of her in a USA leotard-looking outfit. And then Katy Perry wore a USA outfit one time.
Oh, no.
Obviously the same person.
Well, yeah.
Another thing. John Benet Ramsey wore a pink hat one time.
Shut up.
Yep.
Did Katy Perry?
Katy Perry wore a pink hat. That was very different. They're the same person.
Same person.
They have similar outfits. This is where it gets even crazier.
I don't think that's hard proof.
Do you know why Jean Benet Ramsey was killed off?
Oh, God.
Because her parents made a deal with the Masons.
Oh, Illuminati.
Yes!
Yes!
The Illuminati!
Oh!
We have found out the basis of how this came about.
Ah, the Illuminati. I love any story that has the Illuminati in it.
Or, for the illiterate people that post online, the Illuminate.
Illuminate.
But because Checkers...
Other fellow Illuminati, Jay-Z, Beyonce. Different people.
Beyonce's inner demon.
Beyonce's inner demon.
Because Checkers are such... A black and white checker design is very symbolic to the Masons.
Black and white checkers?
Yeah, so when you see every kitchen from, like, ever that have black and white checkers, that's the Masons.
Wow.
And one time, JonBenet Ramsey wore a black and white checkered dress.
Oh my God!
Guess who also wore a black and white checkered dress? And
Katy Perry. Oh my God! Same
person. I cannot believe it. But here's the one part where I started getting angry at the video. Everything else...
It took this long for you to get angry.
Because it was... At first I was intrigued. I'm like, where is this going? And then about halfway through I was like, man, he's really trying to sell this.
Yeah.
But then he starts getting into... He starts making claims other than they are different people. Or the same people. He starts saying, and this happened because, well, I imagine, and then tried to make a claim for it. He started prefacing everything with I imagine, or you can guess, or he just started alluding to everything.
This is not facts.
I'm like, those aren't facts. You went from having quote unquote facts to quote unquote nothing.
To Photoshop.
I will listen to your stupid facts.
Yes.
I will not listen to your outrageous claims. There are guesses. Not even educated guesses. Ugh. Educated. No. And the one thing that I took away from this is Katy Perry's been performing for an awful long time.
Yeah.
Because they have video of her when she was like 13 on a tour bus, and she was crying because she missed her parents. Which obviously means she is JonBenet Ramsey taken from her parents at a young age and thrown into stardom.
And forced to date John, what's his name? John, oh my God, who's the singer?
No, go ahead.
God damn it.
Cougar Mellencamp?
Yes, that's who it is. Who am I thinking of?
Mayer?
John Mayer. I just blanked.
I could tell.
Talking about this has made me stupid.
Yeah, there's a 6-year age difference between the two of them. And, okay.
Does he explains it, right?
I keep on remembering these things.
How does he explain it?
Because...
Was she sent into, like, stasis? Like, Illuminati stasis?
He didn't even really
stasis
explain
force?
it. He went through of a...
Oh, so he glossed over that.
Yeah, you can imagine.
The one hard fact.
That
would just prove everything.
That JonBenet died when she was 6, and at the time Katy was 12. So naturally,
they're the same person.
They're the same person. they
it's an even number.
He said that, now that JonBenet is quote unquote gone, you can assume a life of someone else who you're saying is older. Like, oh, okay. You know that's not how things work, though, right?
That's not how that works at all.
This is when his argument started to become, I imagine, and you can guess.
Yeah,
or I think.
Or pass the weed.
Yeah, so the one thing that's like, okay, there's a 6-year age difference. Well, you can guess. I'm like, no, you can't.
No, you're wrong.
You want terrible Photoshop overlays, creepy tones. I was willing to listen to you. But you lost me. You sold me too hard.
Right? Just a little too hard.
Yeah, I can't. The guy's full of shit. Like, there's a ton of videos that have popped up in the last 4 or 5 days about the subject. But Dave Johnson, he's been around for over a year.
You're the worst. He's
got a fucking follower who's got a longer and creepier video.
He also claims that Donald Trump is Joe Biden. Okay. Jimi Hendrix is Lionel Richie.
So that makes sense.
And that Prince Charles is Sir Richard Branson.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. So he's a little on the crazy side.
Yeah. So the mistaken identities, it's pretty stupid.
How did you look at the comments at all in the video?
No. I don't even want to.
Okay.
I have lost enough brain cells.
We will stay away from the comments for this guy.
All I want to do is move on and never think about this again.
Okay. Until next week when we talk about Beyonce.
Listen, I have some feelings towards that it might be true. And I want to see the facts.
See the video.
Before I make judgments.
It's awesome.
Oh,
it's so awesome.
I'm so not excited, but I'm really excited.
Moving on to our next segment, we like to call Close Encounters of the Stupid Kind.
Yeah, this is where we, personally, you or I have encountered stupid in our day-to-day life.
In a close kind of way.
So this happened to you, in front of you, with you. Maybe you did it.
Right.
If we're covering stupid things that we've done, I'm going to be talking a lot about myself.
Probably.
But this week...
This was done to you.
This was done to me.
Oh, my God.
Now...
Your government at work.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around how this happened other than the complete lack of any brain cells. Like, the people involved in this probably believe our previous story, which I'm not going to go into because I'm done with it. But I got a letter last week.
A letter.
From the West Virginia Parking Authority... Parkway Authority.
Have you ever been to West Virginia?
I have never been to West Virginia.
Do you know how to spell West Virginia?
It's W-E-S-T, then Virginia.
There you go. But you've never been?
Not to my knowledge.
Driven through it?
Nope.
Been around it?
Near adjacent.
Near adjacent, but never in it?
Nope.
There we go. That's all they need to hear.
So, between Halloween 2015 and Groundhog Day 2016... I use those as bookends for my calendar.
Sure. That's what I do.
Apparently,
it's the winter solstice.
I have violated 5 tolls in West Virginia.
Oh my God, how did you do that?
Sexually.
Ooh.
No, so here's what goes down. If you run a toll, they take a picture of your license plate.
Right.
They send that information to the DMV. DMV says, this is your person. And then the parking authority, or the tollway authority. Well, they call it some weird bullshit in there in West Virginia.
Driving road bosses.
Hey, you see that flat part? Put your car there.
But you gotta pay. If you don't, we's a coming.
So they are the ones that will send you a letter saying you violated this toll. You have to pay this. If you don't pay this, then you're going to have to pay this. And if you don't pay this, then this could result in a misdemeanor.
Oh, no.
So I have the potential going into this of a misdemeanor in West Virginia. I have no idea how this happens. Now, thankfully, with these notices, they send you a picture of the license plate that they got. They say, aha, gotcha, see? Now, here's the problem. In all 5 of the pictures, it is not my car. I drive a small black Honda Accord with Illinois license plates. The vehicle, I'm going to see if you can guess. What do you think the opposite would be of a small black Honda Accord with Illinois plates?
Grave digger.
You know what? You're not even that far away. It is a white Volvo semi-truck with West Virginia plates.
Here's a question, though.
Yes.
Were you in West Virginia driving a white Volvo semi-truck?
No comment.
Oh, we're getting the whole story.
You know what? I'm going to comment. No, I wasn't.
Oh.
And even then, that car would have to be registered. That truck would have to be registered to me. But I
didn't know you had a truck.
I don't.
Oh, West Virginia thinks you have a truck.
I guess. So I call this. Oh, this is mistaken identity. I just got home from work, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna call them right now. They're closed. That's weird. So I call them like, oh, tomorrow.
They gone fishing.
Tomorrow I got something to do. I'll give them a call first thing in the morning. Say, hey, mistaken identity.
Hey, West Virginia, it's not me.
So I call up West Virginia. I talk to
Marv,
a special lady named Bobby. Bobby with an I, not a Y.
How do you know?
Because she gave me her name when I asked for her name.
And she said Bobby with an I?
Yeah.
That's so great.
When you need the email address spelled right, you need the Bobby with an I. So Bobby with an I informs me that if I want this taken off of me, I have to send them a copy of my registration.
Okay.
To them in West Virginia. I have to send them all of my information to prove that it's not me.
Oh. That's pretty ridiculous.
That's extremely ridiculous. So we have 3 people that have screwed up, that were so stupid that I got involved with it. We have a person driving a truck that is either on an expired iPass or whatever they have in West Virginia,
right,
or they just flat out ran the tolls. We have the stupid people in the West Virginia parking bullshit that assume that the picture of a white truck is in fact a black car. And then we have the DMV, which is the people they sent the license plate information to, and they got a hit. Oh, we know that license plate. It's this guy halfway across the country with a different vehicle.
Oh, must be you. We've got him, Holmes.
So I'm explaining to Bobby with an I on the phone. I said, Bobby.
Ooh, I was going to say, thank God you said with an I, because the way you said it sounded with a Y.
I said, Bobby with an I, here's a problem. I'm in Illinois. You're in West Virginia. On the days that you have a white truck running tolls, I'm driving my black car in Illinois. So we have a problem here, because this is not me. Oh, well, Bobby couldn't do anything about it. And I said, okay, then let me talk to your supervisor. Because this is just clear-cut mistaken identity, should take 5 seconds to fix. So...
Oh, he's still at home.
So...
I think there's going to be weather.
He's on the porch fanning himself and also looking at the sky going, could rain.
Could be weather.
So, she puts me on hold for about 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
I'm on the phone. I am on hold for 10 minutes while Bobby with an I talks to her supervisor. And she comes back to me and says, well, I just talked to my supervisor. I was like, well, that's good. That's what I would hope you were doing.
It's not what I asked for, but okay.
So can I talk to your supervisor? No, she's busy. I'm like, you just spent 10 minutes talking to her. She doesn't seem that busy anymore. Well, she'll have to call you back. I'm like, okay, well, when can I expect a call back? Either tomorrow or the next day. I'm like, you can't just hand her the phone right now.
See, I'm a jerk. I'm always like, you're probably in a cubicle. There's a person above you with a door. Go find that person with the door. They've worked harder.
Go knock on that door.
They've worked for Yelp for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They've got an office in a corner.
So they've been bumped up.
They've been bumped up.
So the next day, I get a phone call. Not the supervisor.
No?
It's Bobby with an I.
Oh, what's up, Bobs?
Hey, Bobby. This is
with an I.
Girl Bobby, by the way.
Okay.
Hence the I. She says, "Oh, you know what? You could prep. After talking with my supervisor, if you could just send us a picture of your license plate attached to your car with the registration on it." I'm like, okay, so just a picture of my license plate on my car with the registration sticker visible. That should do it. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, okay. So I go right outside immediately, take a picture, email it to her, and I haven't heard back. I'm waiting to find out.
You can. My God.
I'm either completely cleared or I'm wanted in West Virginia.
You can have a misdemeanor right now.
I mean, they ran 5 tolls. I could have 5 misdemeanors.
Oh, my God. Oh, so it's a misdemeanor per toll road?
I don't know West Virginia tollway laws.
Well, I would say you should call Bobby back and be like, Bobby, sent you that email.
Bobby.
Bobby with an I.
I asked for confirmation with the email. I said, can you let me know if...
I'm willing to bet you it's fine. However, you should definitely call him.
Part of me is just... This is done. We're good. I'm just going to leave it behind me. But then part of me wants to just kind of see what happens because I'm so intrigued to find out what could happen.
Until you're playing West Virginia one day and someone comes up and arrests your ass because you didn't want to say.
Could you imagine the story?
It's terrible.
I
don't even know what to tell you.
I know Bobby with an I is last name.
Okay, perfect.
Because she gave me her first and last name as her email address. So
I would shoot her an email.
I have a contact there.
I would shoot her an email.
That I can say, oh, that's the thing. The email I sent her with the picture on it, I said, could you just verify that the picture, you can actually read the picture? And looking back, I'm like, maybe I said it like, hey, can you even read this, you dumbass? But I meant it like, is the resolution okay? And she never responded.
Judging by the fact that they've screwed up once, I don't know if you're going to be expecting a different outcome, but there's a word for that.
She tried passing the blame, too. Because I even told her, I'm like, this is your fault. Not yours specifically, Bobby.
West Virginia.
But someone within your organization has screwed up this whole scenario. And she said, well, actually, we sent the plate number to the DMV, and they told us it was yours.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, okay. God forbid,
I reckon you should check again.
God forbid you actually send any information with it. That it's a West Virginia plates on a white truck, which is classified in their mail as tractor trailer. Honda Accord has been, you can describe it as a lot of things, but at no
tractor
point...
trailer is not it.
No point can you call it a tractor trailer.
No, you cannot.
So, I mean, at this point, I just want to say fuck it. Just blow everything up.
What, the world?
There's nothing left to go for. Like this.
Oh, no, there is.
It's too stupid.
No, it's not. There's a ray of light. It's true.
I'd be willing to hear it.
Well, let me tell you a little story about Marcia.
Oh, Marcia.
Marcia was a goat that was born blind.
Oh, wow. Buried the lead.
It's true. They gave Marcia went to a farm sanctuary where she could roam around.
Well, that's all she could do.
That's all she could do. And it wasn't until she met Maurice.
Maurice, he works there?
No, he's also a goat.
Oh.
And Maurice leads Marcia around as a seeing eye goat to make sure that Marcia can find the hay and the tin cans that they want to chew.
Does he guide her with a leash?
He kind of just moves her.
Does he like at her?
Yeah, and then she's like, "What?" It's kind of like a seeing eye goat.
A seeing eye goat. Wow, that'd be. I mean, obviously you've heard of seeing eye dogs. I've heard of pigs being used as service animals. I've never heard of a goat as a service animal.
No, so there's nice things out there.
Is Maurice trained to do this, or
no?
He picked this up.
He just picked the mantle up and said, "You know what, Marcia, you're my blind goat. I'm going to make sure you can walk around."
So
there's also another story. There's also another story of Puditat, who is a stray cat who developed a deep friendship with a blind farm dog, giving the canine the confidence to leave the comfort of his bed.
I mean, I've heard of a blind, I believe it was Great Dane, being led around by a fully seeing dog.
Right. It
wasn't like a seeing eye dog, but it was a normal dog. It was able to take care of.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes.
I guess.
Some of you rescue children from burning buildings. Some of them go bad.
Hey, there's nothing that says you can't bat children out of a fire.
That's right. So
I need a Maurice to help guide me through this.
At least through West Virginia.
At least through West Virginia.
Oh my God! So that's going to do it this week for Stupids Talking Stupid. Hope you guys enjoyed our first show. We will be back next week with all the stupid you can handle.
Some you can't.
Some you can't. If you want to send us a story, you can contact us on Twitter. Where can they contact us, Bear?
You can get us individually at pnewson42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. Or you can just hit up the DVM Production Empire Twitter at DVMP Empire.
We're going to get all of our own stuff soon as we figure out that people want to listen to this. We'll see. But for all of our other podcasts, we also do Aerocast, we do Flashcast. For all of our podcasts on the DVMPE.com, you can go there and you can listen to all the cool things that we have to offer. That's going to do it for this week of Stupid Talking Stupids. I'm Patrick.
I'm Bear.
and we will talk to you later.